And we are live on Facebook. Hello, hello, hello. Just a little minute early. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Whoever's in is in. How is your day going? How was your day yesterday? My goodness, I'm supposed to be live in here. Just let me check my little computer. Where is it? Am I here? I need to double check. I'm live where I'm supposed to be live. How are you all today? Are you doing well? Just put in the box there, chat box, while I just get the technical side going and up and running. Make sure I'm in my group and make sure you can see me, or I'm just talking to myself. Always fun. Always fun. Yes, I'm in there and I'm live. Woohoo! Good morning, Bobby Joe. Good morning, Carolyn. Yay! Lovely to see you in. Lovely to see you in here. So, did you all do your homework yesterday? Did you all? And thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Good morning. We've had two good. Oh, there you go. Good mornings. They're getting bigger and bigger. Hiya, Nadine. Hiya, Sally. So listen, thank you so much, because I know so many of you reached out to your success advisors. That is just totally, totally awesome. I just love it so much. You know, the reason, hi, Amanda. The reason why you have your success advisor is so that they will help raise you up. Okay, this is the whole point. I want you to be raised up so that you get the most out of this week. Because if you're listening to this from the state of your problems, okay, if you're listening to it from the state here and not up here, if you're listening to it from down here, then you cannot hear the information that is being passed to you. Yeah, if you're listening from your problem state. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Gina. Lovely to have you on. So reach out. I don't care if you've had a call before. Have another call. It's fun. Just fun. Get some clarity. Talk about something else. Where else could you go? What else could you do? What else could you have a discussion with? You've got a free call here with awesome, awesome, awesome people. And then maybe you don't have anybody that you can really just go to town with. I mean, if you got on the call and said, I want to be a billionaire, hiya, Geraldine, nobody's going to bat an eyelid, because how does anybody know what you're capable of? My goodness, you're capable of so much, so much. Remember what I said to you. Something amazing is happening right now to you. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I dare you to feel it. I dare you to feel excitement. I dare you to feel what is possible. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. And I'm telling you now, you are totally, 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 totally amazing. I think you've got that now. Yeah. So thank you so much for reaching out, for all of you who've reached out. So I know that every single one of my success advisors have got calls today. They've got 3, 4, and 5 calls today, which is just, I just love it, love it, love it. You're going to get so much. And I love it what you say, Jessie, there. Since our call, I've been realizing, and I'm on another level in my magic morning routines. Yeah. It is all about literally going into them into a different level. It's a different conscious awareness. And even after all the work that I've done, I still, listened to Bob last night, and there was a lesson that we had as a team, and it's just blown me away this morning. I have literally shifted in conscious awareness again. You're just going to keep going up levels and keep going up levels. So speak to those success advisors if you haven't already done so. And then I'm going to bring the tone down for a little bit. I'm going to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Now, why did I say that? Has anybody heard of Ho'oponopono? Imagine if you started your day like that every day. Imagine when you get stuck in a rut that your mind starts to play games with you and you just get caught in the same circle of thoughts over and over again. Imagine if you just said to yourself, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I hope you've written that down. That's a whole other webinar in itself to deal with what's going on there. But I just wanted to give you that as a gift, and so that it's something that you say over and over and over again. Because so many times we just beat ourselves up. We're not good enough. And it's just literally the paradigms that we just mentioned yesterday briefly. So where did we go yesterday? We wanted to rise up in different levels, and it was about, I've got my trusty little board here. Are you ready? This is my little school teacher bit. Levels of vibration. Yeah, levels of vibration. And so if your problems are down here and you're thinking about this, so this could be sad FM. Yeah, it could be sad FM that you're looking at here and you're listening to over and over and over again. But you know what? You want to play. You want to play over here on Happy FM. What's it going to take to get you there? Can you see this properly? Just double checking. This, my beautiful people, is a decision. How can I get there? You decide. You decide, you decide, you decide every single day until you're there. Until one day the decision makes you. There was one real big paradigm that I struggled to get through. 6 months, kicking and screaming. Up that staircase, kicking and screaming. Nobody came down to help me. Remember, I said that. Nobody's going to come down to help you. You got to climb it yourself. We're going to show you the way, but you got to do it yourself. This is what it takes. But it was a committed decision that I made over and over again. I put my feet on the floor every morning and I decided. My body was so heavy, so heavy. My paradigm was just wanting to pull me down. I did not know I was that heavy. The more I learned, the more I realized through this material with Bob's just how heavy I was. You know what it's like? You know, say you were 20 pounds heavier and then you lost some weight and you lost those 20 pounds and it took you maybe 3-4 months. And you go, well, no, I just feel the same. But if I handed you 20 pounds worth of potatoes in one go, you'd go, oh my God, that's heavy. That's what my body was doing. My mind and my spirit were like, I know what to do, but my body's not doing it. Anybody feel like that? Has anybody been there? Anybody had that sort of like mental torture of just knowing that you can do better, but your body doesn't want to get you there? There is a way out, but you've got to make the decision every single day. And with the help of this work, I was able to get up there and get on to Happy FM. I see you're all doing it. We want to all be on Happy FM. Isn't it great that you don't have to go out and get the radio station? It's just there. It's just there. Yeah. Nobody's playing in your living room. Nobody. That's what all the answers to everything you want is in your alignment. All the answers to everything you want is in your alignment. Alignment with what? Alignment with Happy FM. Alignment with your goal. Yes, Bobby Joe, it was a flipping prison. I was in complete bondage. The thing was, I knew how to get out, but for some reason I couldn't get out. But I had to do the work every single day. And I give thanks that nobody came down to get me, that I had to absolutely grow to get there. So, what is a paradigm? Oh, and by the way, did you do all your goals and did you do all your exercises? So that's what the workbook is all about, that you literally start to think about your future. And you see what holds us back from thinking of our future and that we could have more is fear. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I understand that whenever I ask people to rise higher and higher and they can't go, that fear is holding them down. It's like there's a big block here, a big ceiling here that they can't see. Yeah, they can't see. And so what I do with people is literally help move some of that ceiling, but you actually have to do it yourself. We'll just encourage you to do it. And when you understand a little bit more about fear, then this will help you. So what is a paradigm? What is a pesky paradigm? Let me tell you. A paradigm is a mental program that is almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. And almost all of our behavior is habitual. What do you do every day? What do you do in the morning every day? Have you got good habits or not so good habits? Is the thoughts that you're thinking getting you closer to what you want in life, or the thoughts you're thinking taking you away from your life, from the life that you want? This is so key, guys. So key. Your paradigms are controlling everything. Absolutely everything. 98% of your results are coming from your subconscious. 2% your conscious mind. 2%. Remember what I said yesterday about the MRI scan? You're 6 seconds behind what's going on. You got to be conscious all day and stop just like you drive home and don't even know you got home. How many other times and other activities are you doing during the day, and then something wakes you up and you think, oh, well, they've annoyed me. They didn't annoy you. You had the annoyance inside you. You just weren't aware of it. There is nothing outside annoying you. It is you telling you something. It's 11:11. There's a key message for somebody. It is you telling you something. Stop blaming those outside events, those outside people, those outside causes. You're the one feeling it. And I guarantee you it's your paradigm trying to hold you and cover it in. And you see, the thing is, if you don't deal with it on the inside, so remember, for anybody who's done Reiki and knows about the energy centers in your body, you've got literally, you come right up through, and then here's your heart. And this is where they call it samskaras. And this is where most of the hurt is being done. We've really felt it emotionally. But we go outside and we bypass it and we come back in again. And we get fixes, temporary fixes. Oh, it's okay, Sheena, I'm growing. And I'm like, I hope so. But I know you haven't done the work, and I know what it takes to crack a paradigm. You fix it temporarily, and then, oh, it's not working quite so well anymore. So you go out and you find something else to fix it. Oh, and then that's why we get some results and no results, some results and no results, because you're not actually dealing with what's inside of you. You're using the outside to deal with what's inside of you, and that does not work. So where did your pesky paradigms coming from? I'm calling them pesky paradigms. So listen, whenever you were a child and you're literally in your mummy's arms, sleeping, sure, doesn't matter what I talk about while the child's sleeping. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Your child is an open box. Children are just open boxes until they're about 7 without much consciousness. It is mostly subconscious, and they're just open and they're just absorbing everything in. Yeah, be afraid with what you programmed your children into. And I laugh because I said that to my son yesterday. I said, you might want to listen to this stuff because I know what programs I had to deal with, and they came from your nanny, and I know what she had to deal with, and I know what I had to deal with. So I know what I programmed you with. You might want to pay attention. You think everything's okay. Deal with it now. It'll come and bite you in the bum later. Deal with it now. And so, but you could have got them from great Auntie Betty or great grandfather John. You know, because they're in our DNA. We got pre-programmed when we got here. So there's a vibration around different things. Like there's a vibration around money. When you say money and you think up here, oh, it's great. Love money. And you keep saying it. But here's the thing, what's going on in your subconscious? I did not know that you could have literally an attitude of positivity up here, but come from an attitude of lack in your body. That was so happening to me. Does anybody else see that? Like where you just, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. But there's something going on in your body that goes, like you're just not quite with it. Because you know when you're with stuff, you're like cracking on straight ahead. You know, in my book, it'll be out by Christmas, by the way. In my book, A&E to Prosperity, it's going to tell you about that, about all alignment and everything. And even when I was writing it, it was just like, all your answers are in your alignment. How often are you in alignment? Yeah. Yes, Sally, deal with it now. I'll come and bite you in the butt. It will. Oh my goodness, it will. And what are you running away from? Are you running away from a job? Are you running away from a relationship? Are you running away from something? Just get away from me. I can't be doing with this anymore. You're not dealing with it. You want to be able to stand in the presence of whatever annoys the hell out of you and not be bothered. Then you have found peace, my friends. Then you have found peace. You see, I did it. I ran away from a job. I did a short-term contract. And I couldn't stand how I was being managed because she was squeezing me down and squeezing me down, and it felt so awful. But you know what I realized? I was doing that to me. I could have stayed because I still had to deal with it later. But I could have stayed there and dealt with it and made my life a lot easier by dealing with it in that circumstance than having to deal with it later on. So stop running away from things. Stop avoiding people. I mean, you don't have to be around them, but I love to just test myself. Well, doesn't matter. You can't keep running from things. You just can't keep running from them. Oh, don't turn the television on. I can't have the news on. I don't want to hear anything about that. I can't have any negativity in my life at all. No. Did Jesus do that? No, he walked amongst, as was called then, sinners. Walked amongst everybody. He walked amongst everybody because it didn't bother him. It didn't bother him. Everybody was the same. They were just all running different stories. That's your paradigms. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. I need to protect you. I need to protect you. No, you don't. You are God's highest form of creation. You do not need protected. Stop protecting yourself. That's a paradigm. Rip that heart open. Walk headlong into things. Because it's the fear that's holding you back. It's that protection. There's nothing to be protected with. And if you can't be doing with the news, it's just news. What's it doing to you? You allowing the news to be your master, Gina? You allow the news to upset your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vibration inside? It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't have the news on. I just would rather, because it's not what I'm focused on. But if it's on, it's on. But I'll choose to focus on something else. It's not that I'm like angry. Don't put it on because I'm scared, because I'll feel negative. No, couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. That's where you want to be. So those paradigms are controlling everything, yeah? Unless you make a committed decision to be up there, these are going to pull you down. They're going to keep pulling you down. It has to be committed. Shut the door. Lock it. Throw away the key. I am not going there anymore. And it's interesting as well. They're full of shit. It is what it is. Harvest the good. Forgive the rest. And focus on what you want. When we talk derogatively about something, sometimes it's not the news that we hurt ourselves. Where do you feel that tension whenever you criticize or judge something for being wrong? You feel it in your body. You feel it in your body. When you feel love, you feel it in your body. When you criticize, you feel it in your body. It's all about you. It's not the news. It's not the bank account. It's not your hubby. It's not the job. It's not your friends. It's not your children. And the quicker you can get this idea, the quicker you will have freedom. It's got to be a committed decision, though. Half-arsed, half in, ain't going to work. I hate to tell you, it ain't going to work. All you do is cause yourself more frustration. And why do I know this? Because I was that person. I know now why I had to find the long way round so that I could make your job a lot easier and not to go the long way round. I want you to have an easier route. I want you to have love, joy, and peace, and ease and flow. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Just stop criticizing everything outside you, because you're not doing that. You're doing it to yourself. So what are your paradigms controlling? Wowee. Your perception. Let's have a look at that one, your perception. Let me ask you something. What do you think is controlling your life? Is your past controlling your life? Or is your future desires controlling your life? Which one is it? Tell me. Is it your past? Are you guilty and shamed about your past? And with your future, are you worried that you're not good enough? And why isn't it here yet? Be honest. Which one? Which one? Because you want your present to be controlling your life. Remember what I said yesterday? Your present is present. Whatever you're thinking now, whatever you're describing now, whatever you're describing now, you're prescribing for your future. So what do you want to describe now? What do you want to prescribe for your future? You need to be it now, and your perception is holding on to that. So what do you think of what do you think of the news? What do you think of other people? What do you think of your job? All these are just perceptions. But who are you? Are you the mere human being that's evolved and you're worth $37? Or are you the spiritual light equivalent that is worth 85 billion? Who are you being? Do you know what's awesome? You know those dreams that I asked you to look at yesterday and go as high as possible? What did it feel like when you got there? What did it feel like? Did you really take the time? And if you didn't, this is key. You've missed the whole point. Feel what it feels like to have what you saw in your mind. What does it feel like? I want you to have the vibrational equivalence, because that means you have it right now. It is yours. You know, when people plant a rose, the rose already exists, doesn't it? And so you plant a seed. But the rose already exists in the seed, doesn't it? Well, where did you come from? Weren't you a little seed? So your greatness that you're seeing is yours. You are already it. So let's have a look at perception, what it does to us. So if my perception is I evolved here and I'm working towards something, then my reasoning is that I'm going to have to work really hard to get it. I have something to get. Then I will use my will externally to make it happen. And I make it happen and I work really hard. And yeah, that was me. Really hard. And I know all of you as well. I know that. I know you're all hard workers. But then you use your imagination going, oh my God, what if it all goes wrong? What if it doesn't happen? And so you have these conversations in your head of conversations that you think are going to happen. They haven't happened yet, but you've got all those conversations going on in your head. I've got no money to pay this. I've got no money to pay that. Oh my goodness, what's he going to say to me? He's going to shout at me. All of that. Your wonderful, miraculous imagination, you're going to use it to do all the stuff you don't want. So then you're creating memory cells. You're creating 50,000 new cells of recognition every single freaking second. Every second, you're creating new cells of memory. What memories are you creating right now? Did you know in 11 months you could have really totally recreated your body? But are you still thinking of the same stuff that you thought of 11 months ago or 11 years ago? Is it the same stuff? Because you got 60,000 thoughts a day. What's different? What's different? And then we leads us to intuition. What the hell's that? Paradigm's screaming so loud, I can't even hear. And anyway, I must be faster than God. I must be faster than the universe. So I've asked the question. I didn't get an answer. I'm off. I'm going to make it happen. No, 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 no. Please don't do that. When your perception comes from that you are who you already want to be, because you were a seed. And we know when we plant a seed, we know what it's going to grow into. Does the seed know that? Or does it just take it day by day and grows and grows and grows? Does the caterpillar know that it's going to grow into a butterfly? Does it even know it's a butterfly? No, it just gets on with the job in hand. But there's somebody who knows. There's something that knows. The creation of everything. Formless intelligence. God. Source. Universal energy. Cosmic power. Whatever you want to call it. It knows. It created you. It created every single hair on your head. It knows every single thing about you and your perfection. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing? So if you reason that you are that amazing person, then anything is possible. So then you hand your will over to, okay, well, it's already done. I allow it to be done. I'm just going to take this action for the fun of it. You use your imagination to, oh, I wonder would it look out like this? I wonder if this would happen. I wonder if that would happen. Something amazing is happening now, right now, this moment. You are changing right now, this very moment. Get that inspired, get that enthusiastic. You are amazing. So perception changes your reasoning, changes your use of imagination. You use your will on the inside to hold your imagination in place. It's creating new cells of memory of the things that you really want. Now, to begin with, you've got all those old cells, so you're just replacing them. They're dying off. These new ones will be created. But you've got to hold the vision. You've got to hold it for at least 66 days. You will start to see the growth then. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. But you got to do the work. And that's where accountability comes in. Because who the heck has done anything on their own? Who the heck has done anything on their own? We all need accountability to make it happen. You know it. Have you done anything on your own yet? Hi, Dharma. Lovely to have you in here. So, intuition, you can start to hear and be patient. The answers are coming. They start slowly to begin with, but then they start to speed up, speed up, speed up. I get answers so quickly now. I went to bed last night with a little bit of a, how do I do that? I know I can do it, but how do I marry something together? I can't even remember what it was now, because when I got up this morning, oh my goodness, answer, 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 answer. I couldn't write it down fast enough. I was so excited for the answer. So excited. But we don't ask ourselves questions. We ask everybody else outside of ourselves. And that's what I want to bring you to, is that I want you to know your way, your truth, your light. Not Bob Proctor's, not Sheena's, not anybody else's, but yours. That's what I want you to have. Your way, your truth, your light. Not your culture, not your religion, not your countries. You're so unique. So flipping unique. Stop trying to be like everybody else. Stop trying to fit in. But your paradigms won't let you see that, will they? Do you know what it's like? I think I said it yesterday. You're like held onto a tree here and you've got a bungee rope and you go so far. It's all right, Sheena. I don't need your help to see the other side. I don't need it. I've got it. And I'm like, oh, I want to cut the bungee rope for you, but I can't cut it for you. Only you can cut it because you're held on to that tree and you work. Look, I'm getting results. Look, I'm getting results. Look, I'm getting results. Then it's exhausting, isn't it? But logic, your logic, which is your left brain, keeps you in situ. But this is the way it's always been done. This is the way everybody else has done it. They've worked hard. They've told me they've worked hard. They've been tired. They've been exhausted. I must work harder. This is the way it's always been done. Nobody's done it that way before. I can't do that way. That's new. That's different. That's illogical. Oh my goodness, people. Illogical is where life is. Illogical is where life is. You just throw yourself into an activity. You commit yourself to something. You feel scared. Your paradigm doesn't want you to feel scared. It wants you to feel comfortable. Oh, just let me just protect you. And every time you go there and you hit the wall and you bounce back off. You hit the wall and you bounce back off. Oh, this is too scary. How many times are you going to do that? How many times are you going to do that? I want to teach you how to smash right through. You just got to go through. It's just fear. What is fear? False evidence appearing real. When you look at fear and you shine the light on fear, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's actually your friend. It's keeping you on the lines on your road. You want to fall off, it gets you back in again. Oh, but oh no, what do we want to do? We want to go, no, it's all right. I'll just trundle over here away from the road and go over all the whatever it is, the uneven ground and the hills and the mountains and realize, oh my God, I've taken the wrong turn. If only I just stayed on the road. Did you know that whenever you fly a plane on its destination, 98% of the time it's off target? So all your little kickbacks that you're getting on the way there, it's actually pointing you in the right direction. Fear is your best friend. Stop protecting yourself. From what? From what? Rip that heart open. Stand tall. Go, bring it on, world. Listen, you're going to die anyway. So why are you going to protect yourself and then get hurt anyway? We're all going to get hurt at some stage. This is life, for goodness sake. We're here to experience life in all its beauty and all its contrast. And if we didn't have the contrast, we wouldn't know how beautiful and amazing you are. Isn't that amazing? So your paradigms are controlling everything. No, definitely can't do that. Why not? Just at least look at it and go, is it getting me in the direction of my goal? Do it. But I haven't got the money yet. Great. Commit to something. I was talking about that this morning in our business mastermind and saying about how whenever I was moving into this house, I didn't have the money. But I said yes. And then I committed on a dotted line. And then things started to happen. And at the same time, what I did was I started something to do with a marketing company. I didn't have the money for that either. I did the same thing. I literally, agreed on something, put my signature to it and thought, well, obviously it's here. I was scared stiff. But I did it because what I did was I created a need. I created an absolute need for the universe to fill. You've got to just get yourself out there, step forward, do things that you wouldn't do. Whenever I went to work with Bob Proctor, 30,000 I needed. I was 70 grand in debt. 30,000 I needed, and minus 2 grand in my bank account. Do you think it was logical for me to commit to Bob Proctor? Do you really think so? No. Wolfgang, I just remember just looking and just going, I just went, do you trust me? And he was like, oh, hell no, what's she doing now? And that's why I couldn't even tell him whenever we were moving house, because I had fear, and I knew it was ready to turn over and stop me from doing it, and I wouldn't let it. And I just kept the focus. And I never, ever spoke out of my mouth once that I didn't have it. Never, ever did I allow that to come out of my mouth. I spoke it into existence. I spoke it into existence. When somebody asked me a question, I would just say yes. And then I would speak it into existence to myself over and over and over again. I didn't tell anybody. That is the power of your paradigms, and that is the power that you have to break through. So you get to this wall, you can't see the other side. That's where creation is. That's where creation is. You got to break through. You've got to break through. What are you holding yourself back from? There's only 2 known ways to change a paradigm. 1, emotional impact. Tends to be negative. But I have known somebody who's changed things to a positive way through an emotional impact. Somebody had died through smoking related illness. And then he just stayed awake all night, and that was it. He didn't smoke again after that. So that was a good emotional impact as far as he was concerned. But then the other way is by repetitive, constant spaced repetition of ideas over and over. Because I don't know about you, but did you go to habit forming school? No, I didn't either. But I seem to have an awful lot of habits that needed, yeah. And some of the habits, you know what? You can't even see them. You're not even aware of them. You're not even aware of what you're doing. But as you start to clear them one by one, you go figure. You were the driving one. It's like we get rid of all these big ones at the top here. And some programs will help you do that. You do shifts and things. But the secret is the ones under here. They're the ones. Silent little buggers. They're the ones that are controlling you. The ones you can't see. The ones you can't see. Now, I had this with like the responsibility, and I know that some of you are going to have this here as well. That responsibility factor that you think you're responsible for this, and this, that held me under. That responsibility held me under and caused more guilt and shame that I can even feel myself now. And it's just like, I don't want to go back there. But that was the one that held me under for 6 months, and took another 6 months really for it to completely release. So I know what it takes to release some of these paradigms. Some of you won't have them the way I had them, but I've been through a system, and I can guide you out because I know what you're going through. I don't need to know your circumstances. Don't need to. Because whatever you're talking about now, that's going to be your future. Watch out for those paradigms. Yeah. So I got really quite serious there, didn't I? I forgot I'm supposed to be having fun. But the reason for this actually is just really to give you a smack in the face and go, if you're not seeing the results, wake up. There's something controlling you that you have no idea about, and you need to clear it. And the only way to do it is to do it every day, to do this work every single day. But what do? Well, tomorrow I'm going to give you one of the keys. It's a powerful key, really powerful. And I'm going to show you that. So Alia, we have fear as a survival instinct, but known as as die trying new things. Yes. Yeah. Just throw yourself at it. So what people laugh, you know what I find was people laugh at you, then they criticize you, or the other way around, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes they criticize you first, then they laugh at you, and then they go, oh, hang on a minute, what are you doing? Are you willing to stay through thick and thin to get there until you can be the guiding light for other people? What are you here for? Let me ask you something which will help with your goals. What's your purpose? What are you here for? You know, an exercise I'd like you to do. So remember, actually, reach out to your success advisor. I got lost in my talk there. Reach out to your success advisor, do your workbook day 2. But also think about, what have you been really good at all your life? What have people said to you? You're really good at this. You do this. Yeah? What do they say? So like for me, I've been like, literally, people have called me sunshine. When I asked for feedback from my friends, I was doing some exercise and they said, Sheena, you're our ray of sunshine. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I found that people would just call me sunshine. And even Wolfgang, when he first met me, he called me sunshine. And it suddenly dawned on me, oh my goodness, that's what I do. I'm like a light. I didn't realize that I do that. That I walk around smiling. I didn't even notice I did that. People would say to me, oh my goodness, you're always so happy looking. And I'm like, am I? Obviously something going on my face that I wasn't showing going on in my body. Just didn't let it. I obviously did a very good act as if. So what is it that you've done? Thank you, Dharma. Thank you. What is it that you've done in your life that people have said, you know what, you're really good at this, and it's been a constant theme throughout your life? Well, guess what? That's your purpose. Something you're already good at. And everything else that you do is serving to that purpose. Yeah. So yes, Bev's just said there, you know, reach out to Bev. If she's put your name in there, she's your success advisor. Talk with her. She wants to help you see what she sees. She'll see it in you. It's totally amazing. And then tomorrow, we've got another little secret to share about how you can move yourself forward. And goodness knows what else we'll talk about at the time as well. So listen, have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. And let me know what you're really good at. Can you put it in the chat here? Just let me know what you're really good at. What have people said to you all your life? Forget the negative stuff. Don't tell me that, you know, oh, could do better. We've all had that. No, tell me the good stuff. There you go, Gina. People always ask for my opinion, advice. And like you, I smile. So isn't that wonderful, Gina? Can you accentuate that? That's your purpose, that you're going to be that guiding light for other people. People want to ask you, where's the way to go? You're going to be the way forward for them. How can you serve more people doing what you're doing? I don't care what job you're in. It's not the job. It's you as a person and the people that you come in contact with. And when you leave people with a feeling, an impression of increase, then everybody increases and everything increases. Appreciate your beautiful, beautiful, wonderful gifts that are already there inside you. See them. You already are what you want to be. So stop trying. So there's you, Geraldine. You're good at listening. Isn't that what people, oh my goodness. To allow people to talk and to listen. Do you know what happens in somebody's brain whenever you do that? It's the same thing as giving somebody a gift when you let them talk. Don't let them talk in their paradigm. That's not the same thing. You are not gifting people when you allow them to talk in their paradigms. They're just pulling you down into the pit. And then there's 2 people to get out of the pit now. Don't drop. Stay here for people. Stay here. And Amanda, you're in a place of leading. Yes, Amanda, I was exactly the same. I resisted it. I have resisted. I remember 5, 10, 8 or 10 years ago, when I got my strategic management position in the pharmaceutical company, the number one pharmaceutical company. Go figure, had to have the best. And there I was in a strategic management position. And she kept saying to me, my manager, "You're a leader now, Sheena. You're a leader. You're a leader." Oh my God. I did not see myself as a leader. Yeah. How can lifting people be difficult, Gina? That's the thing. Do you hear that? Do you see that paradigm? Even your paradigm, you went to say how wonderful you are, and then your doors came and shut you in and went, no, 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 Gina. It's difficult to do that. We can't do that. This is what I'm talking about, yeah? Just keep saying it over and over again. Break that paradigm. Okay, I will finish now. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.